Al, we're not watching a movie this week. We're
Nope.
watching an actual episode.
Back to the episodes.
Yes. So yeah, that's what we're doing this week.
Mm-hmm.
Watching an episode. So hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared Now Watch Inuyasha. It is episode number 56. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Lady M.
Hello, hello.
We are discussing season 3, episode number 1, or episode number 55, entitled "The Stone Flower and Shippo's First Love." Apparently, that fake Shikon shard was a stone flower.
Yep. I mean, they did say that.
They did, but also I don't see how that's a flower.
I
don't know. I don't know things.
I don't know rocks.
I don't know rocks either. Oh, I know the rock.
Oh, no. Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
That's him.
Yep.
The one and only.
The one and only. Oh, boy.
So we begin this episode, and they're just going into this new village. There's, I think, word that there's a demon abound.
Uh-huh.
And they're going to search for him, but Inuyasha's like, dude, if there was something here, I would know, so I'm just going to go take a nap.
Yep.
Sango and Moroku go off somewhere, so it's Inuyasha and Kagome just lounging on a blanket, and then Shippo's off just doing his own thing, because he's like, this village looks like my village. And then he runs into this girl named Satsuki.
Satsuki. That is how you say her name.
Sasuke.
Satsuki.
And I was like, oh, brother.
That is not how you say that name.
Yeah, she's getting bullied by some children, and then Shippo runs them off, and she's like, yeah, I gotta wait for my brother to come back. He's in the war. And the kids are like, yo, your brother's dead.
Dad.
But she does not believe that.
I do find it funny, this whole sequence, that like they accused her of stealing the persimmons, and she's like, no, I didn't do that. And then Shippo saved her, and she pulled out the persimmons. It's like, hey, you want some of this? And like shoves it in his mouth. It's like, I saved the thief.
He's like, oh no.
Oh no.
But he's also smitten.
Yep. Love at first sight.
Yep. The rest of them eventually go off to this headman's house, and Moroku
The headman
takes care of a little lizard demon. And everyone's like, holy crap, there's actually something here. We're not just getting a free meal and stay for nothing. Wow, I'm so shocked. And Moroku's like, I actually do my job at times. Thank you very much.
It's like a full 30 seconds of just dunking on Moroku. Like everybody
really
just dunks on him.
Yeah, Shippo brings Satsuki to the group because, like, she tells him that she has a shard of the Shikon jewel, so he's like, I gotta go bring her to the others and show them. But then he brings her there, and he realizes, like, oh, if
it's real, we have to take it
if
from
it's
her.
real, we're gonna take it from her, and she's gonna get mad at me, and this is a very bad idea. Why have I done this?
Yep.
So she ends up showing it to Sango and Kagome, and then there's like, yep, okay, cool. And she's like, I'm gonna go home now and take it. You're not taking it from me. And you're like, all right, cool. See you later. Thanks for showing us. And then they're like, yeah, that wasn't a real jewel shard. That's just a quartz.
That's just quartz.
And Shippo's like, oh, well, I guess that's good. But then, like, throughout the night, he's just worrying, like, man, I wish I could make this girl's dream come true. There's the jewel shards that Kagome has. What if I just take them?
And then Kagome's having a very relatable dream about math being a nightmare.
It's very funny.
It's very good.
So Shippo tries to, like, confirm that everyone's asleep, and everyone seems asleep, so he's going to go take the shards, and then he gets picked up, and Inuyasha's like, yo, what are you doing? Why are you trying to take these shards here?
He just, like, in the most deadpan voice goes, hey.
Hey.
Why you, like, grabs him by the tail.
Like, oh, I thought you would be asleep faster. Ha ha ha. And Inuyasha's just like, look, you know this would go very poorly if you give a shard to that human. Like, that's not going to go well for her. You shouldn't do that.
Moroku just
Why are
popped
you
his
doing
head
this?
over the edge. Is like, hey, I hear someone's talking about
Yeah.
the ladies. She's really cute. And I'm like, Moroku,
Yeah.
she's like 10.
And Inuyasha's basically like, why are you doing this for this? And Moroku just pops up like, well, of course he likes this young lady, of course.
Which
And then Inuyasha's like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Shippo calls Inuyasha out at this point. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, you can't decide between Kagome and Kikyo. And it's like,
And then he gets bonked.
which, you know, good for
He's
him.
not wrong.
Good for him.
Mm-hmm. The girl wakes up the next day, and apparently her brother's back.
Oh, we forgot to mention that there was a little lizard thing that we couldn't understand until we got the subtitles.
Yeah, the lizard demon got popped out of the house, but then made an escape essentially, and then essentially just talked like this. He's like, Thankfully, we had subtitles now, so it was able to kind of decipher it. At times, it still wasn't able to decipher it,
Yeah.
but it tried its best.
I was just
Um,
glad that the subs work on Hulu, which is wild. Like,
yeah.
whoa, this is the best.
So like the supposed brother has come back, and Satsuki goes and finds Shippo and is like, "Yo, my brother's back! It's great!" So Shippo follows her back to her little hut thing, and he's like, "Oh, that's cool." And then he sees like the reflection in the water, and it's like it's a lizard. He's like, "Oh crap,
I need to talk to you right now.
we gotta go."
Far away from him. Come here.
And then the dude just punches Shippo. Why have you punched my friend? And then the demon's like, I'm gonna break the if you don't. So Shippo and the girl try to run away. He sends her off on a horse, and then he's gonna go fight the demon himself. And then the rest of the crew runs, or is basically coming that way because they're like, the girls are eventually gonna go off and try and find Shippo because they're like, well, we're worried about him. We're gonna go help him out. And I guess the boys eventually follow suit, and then they stumble upon this hut, and they're like, a large torso demon was here. And the boys are like, let's go. We gotta go beat this thing up. And the girls eventually run into Satsuki, who falls off her horse and gets caught.
Yeah, which, by the way,
got saved.
he's like, this horse can only hold one person, which is completely not true because we literally just saw it hold two people.
The movie is non-canon. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're correct. Anyway.
So yeah, the Shippo is trying to fight off this demon. It is, very big. Shippo's very small. He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy.
He's a little guy. He's trying his best to fend it off and fight it, but he's not doing the best. And then he gets knocked back, and Inuyasha comes out of the leaves or whatever, and the demon's like, "Did you transform again? What's this trick?" And Inuyasha's like, "Huh? What are you talking about, dude?" And he was gonna go perform the backlash wave, show it off again. And he's like, "Oh wait, no, you're just a scrub, and I can't even do this because you suck so much."
Not powerful enough.
Not even powerful enough, and he basically just like bonks it and defeats it.
Yeah, but then Inuyasha becomes full-on wingman here.
Yeah. Shippo just like holds it down and like it's very tiny. And he's like, "Oh yeah, it's a demon from last night. How weird." And Inuyasha is like finds Shippo. He's like, "Oh man, Shippo, you did a good job." And the rest of the girls come up and Satsuki's like, "Shippo, you defeated the demon, yay!" And he's like, "No, Inuyasha defeated it." And Inuyasha's like, "Nuh-uh.
You did most of the
time
damage.
You did most of the damage. The time I got here, it was all worn out and out of powers. And that's all you're doing, my dude. You did a heck of a job, buddy."
I think
Just
Moroku also
full-on
said at one
wingman.
point too, and was like, "Yeah, good job." But yeah, Inuyasha full-on wingman. It was great. It was something that I don't remember him ever doing, but
Yeah, it's very good.
it was good.
Satsuki goes and moves in with the headman, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, I knew my brother was gone all along." Sniff, sniff, and they all go their separate ways. And Shippo's just staring off into space later in the night. He's like, and Kagome's like, "That's just the first love."
It was so weird though because she's like, "Oh, it's fine. I knew he was dead the whole time." It's like,
She had to look tough in front of everyone, be like, "Yeah, I knew it was fake."
well, I know that, but like, it was still weird. Also, we got that like nice whimsical version of "I Am."
Yes, that was cool.
That was pretty cool.
I'm assuming because she shows up in the credits of the movie that she's going to show up again at some point.
I don't think so. I think this is it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it.
Okay, because like the way because they show her in the movie credits, I was like, oh, she'll show up again at some point. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't put her in the movie credits if she was just going to be a one-off character. But at the same time, this very much felt like a filler episode.
Oh, it absolutely was a filler episode.
So that's what I was confused by. Is it's like, are they going to like do something with this
Nope.
or not?
Nope.
Well, that's disappointing.
No, that's it. She's done.
So yeah, okay.
He'll fall in love some other times with some other girls. You'll be all right.
Okay. We got some notes here for the movie.
Okay.
Not the movie, this episode, excuse me. In the manga, this episode actually happened after the chapters of the Tsubaki's Unrelenting Evil Spell episode, which I think is like 7 or 8 episodes from now.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Because I looked that up.
Nice.
And then, of course, this was released after the movie.
Yep.
So there's that. Next time, we will be discussing episode 56. It's called Temptress in the Mist. And Moroku, He's gonna get entrapped by his one weakness.
His one weakness.
The ladies.
Yep. Yep.
So we'll see what happens to old Moroku next week.
There will be butt touching.
There will be a lot of butt touching.
A lot of butt touching.
So look forward to that next week. But for now, if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. And you can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. I had to remember where I was going with that.
Yep.
You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, a critical analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. So join us next week as we find out how Moroku is going to deal with his one true weakness.
Yep.